Hi everyone, good morning. It's a great day here today and we have severe weather alerts in effect here. It's actually for the whole of Ontario, so if I don't survive, if I'm gone in the morning, I hope those of you who followed my talks got something out of them. I hope they helped you on your faith journey, and I hope that they brought you closer to the Lord. Because the reality is that you can give all the models in the world, but you can't tell how a storm is going to turn or where the tornadoes are going to hit. So I just want to leave you with that. And today's lesson from my Leader's Heart book, it's on Matthew 7:28 to 29. So in any organization or in any place, you'll find that people with experience will quickly decide who they want to be in leadership positions, who they want to be in positions of authority. When I came to Toronto in 2002, I found it very hard to get work. And then when I did get work, I moved to this area in 2007. And since then, I've been at Blessed Sacrament. So it didn't take Father Larry long to recognize my gifts, to ask me to help with different ministries in the church. And I've been with him ever since. And next year is going to be a big celebration for us. So hopefully we'll all be around for that. But I think it's important because the pastor is the one that knows, the pastor is the one that understands his flock, so to speak. And so I'm grateful that I've had those opportunities in the church. Unfortunately for me in Canada, the workers don't respect me, the employers. So instead of me getting promotions, getting put into management positions where I'm paid well, they always keep me in the junior positions. I'm always bankrupt. I never have money in my bank account. And I did ask Our Lady, and I did say to her yesterday, there's a lot of things I still want to do. Can you please hold back your son's hand? But whether she's going to hear my prayer or give me that, I don't know. Because it's been an ongoing struggle. All the things that my sister did for my mother, I also did. When she came to Canada, I gave her all the support. I was very kind to her. I accommodated her. I told her about all the different groups in our parish church. I told her about the TTC. I used to go and meet her at the station, bring her home until she got used to it. Nobody did that for me. When I stayed with my sister, no one did that for me. I was basically left to fend for myself. Figure out the transportation, figure out the buses, figure out the GO trains. Nobody did what I did for my family. And it hurts because like when my brother came for a month, they couldn't even be bothered to include me in their plans. I begged my mother, she said no. So the only time I got with my brother after doing everything that I did for the family was one day. I got to see my brother for one day and my nieces. I didn't even get to see my sister-in-law. And I asked them, oh, we have our reasons. So it's a big joke, right? No one cares whether they see me or not. That's fine. I've made my own friends and I moved on. They're obviously happy with the decisions that they've made. And they don't care whether I'm there or not. They don't care that I was the one that had to put in all the work, all the sacrifices, that my career hasn't come up. And the only person it hurts is Father Larry, which is very sad. But I persevere, and I know that I've done my best. And it hurts me, because I don't deserve what the employers did to me, what the banks did to me. I don't deserve to be taken into the police station. I don't deserve for Bono to ignore me. I don't deserve any of it. And then they'll all tell you that they love me. You must be kidding. Anyway, I hope that the tornadoes will not destroy Ontario. I hope that no lives will be lost. But at the end of the day, I'm at peace with it. If the tornadoes come and I'm wiped out and I'm not here tomorrow, I pray that God will take me into his heavenly kingdom. And I want the Kwekwe community to remember what I did for them. The lesson for today, which I think is something that we as leaders do in the church and as Maxwell leaders, we have to be consistent and we have to make up our minds about what we want. So when I went to university, I didn't go to university to say, I'm planning to graduate and then I'm planning to live a life of poverty, to walk everywhere, to not have cars, to not have a property, to not be able to pay my rent for years and years on end, to not be able to move into jobs that pay me well. I was consistent. I always had the aim in mind, just like every other graduate, that when I graduate, I'm going to get a good paid job and I'm going to be successful financially. And you have to be clear with your team, with people. People can't execute, they can't deliver if they don't know what you want. Yes, I make mistakes like everybody else. I learn as I go, but I adapt. Whether it's in South Africa, Zimbabwe, England, here, America, wherever I worked, I've adapted. And I've also had teams under me. And my teams like me. All the teams like me, even at HSBC. All the team members cried when they let me go. They're like, why? I said, you better talk to your executive, the ones running the bank. Everybody cried. Even my team in England cried. They're like, why? So people should think about how they're treating me. You don't dazzle anybody when you are intelligent. They don't care if you're intelligent. They care when you care. And I cared about my teams. I cared about my family. I cared about my friends. And also people want somebody who's courteous. In Canada, they say, oh, you're too formal. But guess what? People actually like that about me. That's why I was successful on my customer service calls. That's why I was successful in the church. That's why I was successful in every country I lived in. Because I was courteous and I showed respect to people as individuals. I could be speaking to the cleaner, or I could be speaking to a sales traveler, or I could be speaking to a prime minister, or a consular general, or somebody who was running an embassy, or a soldier. I treated all of them with the same respect and the same courtesy. And if you are courteous with people and you care about people, that will set the tone for your entire organization. If you're not, if you're like TD and you have a laugh out loud culture and you say, oh, well, we're dealing with it. Yeah, we know there's money laundering. They were going to take away TD's license. It came very, very close. And believe you me, people who carry on this kind of culture, where people like me who do the work, who make the sacrifices, who are there for people when people need us. If you don't care about us, don't expect God to stop all this what's happening in the world. And if you don't believe it's God, good luck to you. The whole of Ontario is under a severe watch. Not just one place, not just one city, the whole of Ontario. So if we're all gone tomorrow, I hope you will turn to the Lord. Because believe you me, my life was wasted here. And Father Larry knows it. Carry on laughing. Hopefully I'll meet you in heaven.